Today we're going to talk about the nature of confidentiality in individual counselling, so stay tuned. As counsellors, we know our most effective work is done when we can be open and honest. However, we will encounter many people who have never experienced counselling before, and they may have some questions about confidentiality and their privacy.
So whether a client inquires about their privacy or not, it is essential to be open and honest about the importance of establishing a contained and safe space in which to work and build trust.
Yeah. Client confidentiality is one of the most essential elements in professional counselling. To establish a trusting relationship, it is critical to understand the importance and the intricacies of confidentiality and the need to reach a common understanding and agreement with your clients on the limitations and exceptions of confidentiality.
So let's consider some ethical principles and confidentiality.
Okay.
Yeah? Ethical principles and confidentiality is a code of conduct that is clearly stipulated in various mental health professions, and it requires it to be maintained at different stages throughout treatment.
Yes. Confidentiality might seem an easy concept to apply, but if it is not managed well, it could lead to legal or ethical problems later on. So it's really important to be clear about the rules of confidentiality.
If you're a counsellor in training, you will need to understand the implications of confidentiality, know its limitations and expectations. You will also be required to explore what you personally would find difficult to keep confidentiality.
Yes, because having an awareness of your values, judgments and prejudices is crucial as a crucial aspect of counselling.
Absolutely. So moving on, it's also important to set the rules at the initial meeting before counselling begins, as confidentiality needs to be clearly articulated and be understood by the client before counselling starts.
Yes, before counselling starts. And yes, as a counsellor, be prepared to enforce these rules of confidentiality throughout the different stages of the therapeutic relationship. Let's not just consider it as only needed to be stated at the start of a working contract, all the way through.
Yes. And be prepared to anticipate problems with confidentiality. You may have a high-risk client. For instance, someone may be in a great deal of stress, or they might be highly vulnerable or even suicidal.
Yeah. So as a counsellor, you would need to be flexible in setting the rules and gain client consent before revealing any information to any other party. So for instance, my client required me to write a letter to a statutory body like the court, the GP or the school. That might require disclosure of some of our work together. I would need my client to understand and agree with the information that I share and only release any information or notes once they have signed a written document. And this is done to protect my client's trust.
So when we work with an individual client, if they don't trust us as their counsellor, it is unlikely they will be honest about their feelings and issues and may never receive the necessary help to cope with their problems. Upholding
Confidentiality and knowing when to break the confidentiality is also an essential responsibility for us and for all types of counselling settings, such as when we facilitate a group, work with couples, or work in specialist areas like addiction or bereavement counselling.
So finally, it's important to us as counsellors that our clients feel that they can trust us counsellors to keep their secrets that they share during sessions, which is why confidentiality requirements exist. And it's important for us to share with you.
Absolutely. So we leave you with something to cogitate on. Confidentiality represents the very essence of counselling, and as an ethical principle, we do have an obligation that when counselling has ended, confidentiality continues to be upheld by us.
Thanks for watching, and we really hope you enjoyed the video.
And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and we'll do our best to answer them. So go ahead, please hit the subscribe button now, or go to our YouTube channel, or download our app from the Amazon App Store and follow us on all the main social media platforms.
Bye.